Hey YouTube, it's Christian and Cody. We are back this week to talk about a topic that I think we've just somehow forgotten. I grew up with the saying, life isn't fair. And somehow that expectation has just totally died in society, and we wanted to bring that back here. What we are building is an unfair advantage. When you are buying real estate, you're creating passive income, you're reaching your goals, you're likely doing this for something larger than just yourself and your financial future. It's usually for your family, for legacy, it's wealth beyond just you. You want to hand your family an unfair advantage. What we want to talk to you about today is how hard it is to earn an unfair advantage and why you deserve to pass that on to your family. Somehow this is controversial, but I really thought we need to share this here.
There are a lot of sacrifices that you don't see behind the scenes, right? Because right now you're seeing the very best of what people put online. It all looks great, but there's not a lot of sacrifice in Instagram. There's not a lot of sacrifice on the Facebook post, which they took 10 photos and chose the best one after applying 7 filters. Life isn't fair, and to get to where you want to be, there's sacrifices that have to be made. There's a lot of stress, lack of sleep that goes into it. It's not like you just wake up one day and you're rich. And if there is a way to do that, I've been doing this whole thing backwards and wrong. But there's sacrifices. A lot of stress can come through this, pointing, and this happens. Hair falls out, lack of sleep. Things don't always go well. My first business partnership put me multiple 6 figures in debt. But not everybody's going to see that because they're looking at, oh, well, you've got 87 rentals. Life isn't fair, but if you want to give the next generation an unfair advantage, because some people are going to have it either way, if you want to give it to your next generation, the next legacy for you, you got to go earn it. You got to go out there and understand it's not fair, but you need to be competitive today so that the next generation, so that your kids and your grandkids, if you choose to have them, have an unfair advantage.
If you have the mentality of life isn't fair, you'll get in a habit of waiting for, if you get into the habit of like, life's not fair, I'm owed something. You're going to get in the habit of waiting for something to come to you, and it's not going to happen. You need to go out and make things happen. Your shelter is not guaranteed, and no one owes you a roof over your head. No one owes you food. Now, we want everyone to have these things, and Cody and I do a lot with low-income housing and other things to get resources to other people, and that's really important. But that's not mandated, and you're not owed that. You need to go out and make shit happen. We don't swear often on this channel, but I'm doing it here because it's really important. You need to make shit happen. If you don't do shit, nothing happens.
Elon Musk, if you don't make stuff, there's no stuff.
When you take risk and you innovate and you create value, when you find problems that aren't solved and you solve them, you're rewarded for that. That is the system that we have today. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. Is it the best system we've ever seen ever being rewarded in direct proportion to what you provide and value you create? Yes. Don't have the expectation that you're going to come into this and it's going to be easy. We deal with a lot of stress. We work way more hours than the average person. Yes, we have created wealth. Yes, we've bought a lot of units. It's really hard to manage.
If you think you're going to do this on the 4-hour work week principle, you're wrong. You can't delegate everything. And if you're going to try to delegate it, you're going to stay small. If you want to go help a lot of people, yes, you can go help yourself on a 4-hour work week. But if you really want to build abundance for a bunch of people, you have to put in a lot of hours. And it is not fair. When I got put 6 figures in debt from my previous partner, that wasn't fair. But I had to overcome that. And then I had to sell some stuff, a good portion of the real estate that hasn't really made it onto the internet yet, to pay off that debt. That was not fair. However, I want to go build a life for the future generations in my family tree that they wouldn't get otherwise. And so I need to take a little bit of the unfairness. I'm not good in English, but I need to go get out there and just get through it. And if you want to go build something for yourself, it's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of effort, and you're going to go through things you don't want to do. And we have to do that every single day.
And we see entrepreneurs, air quotes, every day.
Wantrepreneurs
online, flashing their car, their house, stuff that they levered up or borrowed to get. There's marketing companies that are completely designed around showing you like, oh, this is yours and it's so easy. Buy our $300 class and all the secrets will be revealed. It's just not true. Even those people had to grind to get where they're at.
Yeah.
I know so many gurus online. Some of them have actually accomplished quite a bit. But the way they accomplish that is not as they're advertising it. They didn't just take a class. They didn't just sit in a meeting. They went out, learned something, applied it, practiced it, mastered it.
Application is more important than the information. And we'll say that over and over and over again. Because if you're going to go buy a course, if you're going to go get mentorship, understand that the information you want's already online for free. You don't have to pay for it. You want to go to college, go to Harvard, it's more important or more valuable to say you could have gotten into Harvard than actually go there. Maybe you apply, you get in, but then you don't go there because you get the information anywhere else you want to go, unless you're being a super specialist. But when it comes down to this stuff, you can go get information anywhere you want. You don't have to pay someone for it. But when it comes down to the application, that's the most important piece. You just have to go do it. And that's going to come with less than fun times.
And we're not saying never go to college. There's appropriate times for that. And I'm not saying never buy a course.
No.
There are great courses out there that are going to streamline knowledge for you. If you can condense time from other people, take what they did, download it into sound bites, and avoid some of their mistakes, learn from their successes, that has value. But that does not replace hard work. You can learn it in a paid format. You can learn it for free. You can learn it by doing it. But at the end of the day, you have to practice it. You have to master it for yourself. You can't just go out and spend all your time learning. Everyone gets stuck in that, and you will get in two mentalities. Either, hey, I'm just going to study this and study this and study this and never act on it, and you'll get what's called deal fatigue. It will never come together because it just took too long. Or you get a sense of entitlement. I'm owed this. There's all these other successful people. I'm taking all the steps. If you're not actively accomplishing and applying the knowledge that you're getting, you're not taking the steps yet to be successful. You're not owed anything, and that's the point of this video. You need to have 100% ownership of where you're at today. If you don't like your financial position, it doesn't matter if life's unfair. You're at a disadvantage. Go out and make something happen.
And we don't like our financial position right now. I mean, just to put that out there, we want to keep growing because we don't own our time. Christian retired his wife, and I don't have a wife, so I retired the imaginary wife. But we still have to go out and push right now. We got to go help more people, have to buy more real estate and pay off the debts. Because right now we have debts on the real estate. When that's paid off, we'll have earned it. But we're not there yet. And so whatever your goal is, you set your goal, go achieve it. Once you've earned that, you can either adjust your goals or you can relax.
On this channel, we're always going to talk about what is on the top of our mind, what is true. We're not here to sell you on anything. Sometimes our posts are a little controversial. This one might be, I don't know.
It shouldn't be, though.
It shouldn't be. This should be common sense.
It's not common sense. It's just reality. Life is not fair for people. There's people that grow up in debt. There's people that grow up without parents. There's people that grow up without any resources. And we were both lucky not to be in a place where there was no resources. We went to school. I had a bike. You know, I got to go play soccer and eventually stopped because I thought we couldn't afford it. But everyone's in a different spot. It's not fair. So we try not to put out controversial stuff, but at the end of the day, we just want you to know what we know. It's not fair. And if you want to go get ahead, you have to put in the work.